Welcome to Strength Cycle. Today I'm going to talk about why is strength important. Because obviously this channel's Strength Cycle is about getting strong. So why is strength important? The simplest answer, the way that I feel about it, the way lots of people feel about it, is this. You have a limited amount of time in the gym. And at the end of the day, training for strength is a more efficient use of your time than playing around with isolation exercises for your physique. That's the simplest answer I can give you. It's a more efficient use of your time in the gym. Because let's look around. Let's look at at different levels of athletes, different kinds of athletes, and strength, athletes and Olympic athletes and stuff. And what is one common thing that most of them have, depending on their sport? They have great physiques, huge arms, huge legs, huge backs, all things that so many people who claim to be training for their physique with all this isolation stuff, these are all things that these people have. Not every strength athlete has that, and there's a reason why some building strength in some ways doesn't build a lot of muscle, and it's appropriate for lots of people who want to stay in a weight class. So we'll touch on that at a different time. So obviously, not everybody. You're going to go find on YouTube some skinny guy who could deadlift 700 pounds, and he's not big. Fine, but look at the majority of people who can squat a lot, can deadlift a lot, can clean and jerk a lot, can snatch a lot. Very big, very big and aesthetic muscle groups. So what we got here is we can cater to both groups here. Some people don't care about looking good or looking buff or whatever. That's fine. But then some people care a little too much about that. But training for strength and centering on that, you can get both. And there's a lot of studies out there with different things, and we're going to get more into this on this channel more and more. I'm going to cite studies and cite other people's videos and other people's work. Obviously, give them the credit, but I'm going to cite that work that's been helpful to me in understanding this. But there's a lot of hormone response that happens with heavy, compound, and explosive movements. A lot of things that the bigger compound strength movements do that help do things and do things to your muscles and do things to your body that makes doing some of the other stuff easier. So that's why, for me, I think, and there's still lots of strength coaches who feel like this, but strength training and training to be stronger is just a better and more efficient use of your time in the gym. You could take a program like the one I'm on right now. At most, I've got 4 exercises in a workout. The other 2 days, I've got 3 exercises. Each one is a major exercise for a major muscle group. And I'm going to run that until it stops working. And that's simple. You just don't need all this other little stuff. You could spend your time doing a lot of squats, which stimulates lots of growth hormones, lots of testosterone, helps activate and stimulate other muscles too, lower back, different things, hamstrings, quads, all sorts of stuff. You could spend a lot of time doing a lot of squats, or you could spend that same amount of time doing all kinds of little leg curls, leg extensions, leg press, all these things that they're not scalable. You can't constantly increase weight on them. They don't they don't create the hormonal response that the big compound exercises do. They don't activate the same amounts of muscle groups as those other ones. And they don't really translate to performance the same either. Whereas training for increased performance, let's be honest, because strength, speed and explosiveness they're different, but they're parts of this spectrum. You could train for those too, and you get great carryover into your physique, into other things. You simply get much more benefit for the time you put in the gym. I'm assuming people watching this channel, you guys are regular people. You're not professional athletes, so no one's paying you to go to the gym. You have a job, I assume. You might have a family, your families, girlfriends, whatever. So clearly, being in the gym all the time that can't be the only thing you do. So what are you going to do when you're at the gym? Are you going to waste time with too many little things that don't add up to anything, or you're going to spend your time on some big, simple things that add up to a lot. That's how I look at it. Stay tuned to Strength Cycle. We're going to go into this a lot more. This is just sort of a small intro to where we're going to go with this strength stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it gives you a little bit to think about, and hopefully you'll come back for more. So stay tuned to Strength Cycle.